the latest developments in this investigation. Among his tweets today, they made up a phony collusion with the Russian story, found zero proof, so now they go for obstruction of justice on the phony story. Nice. Then he tweeted, you are witnessing the single greatest witch hunt, all in caps, witch hunt, in American political history, led by some very bad and conflicted people. You know, his staffers at the White House, they're saying we're not going to have any comment, but he's commenting plenty.
Well, they say they're going to have any comment, but Sarah Huckabee Sanders did comment today saying that, as far as she knows, she had a specific conversation, but she believes that he has confidence in Mueller. His attorney general testified under oath. He had confidence in Mueller. Rod Rosenstein, the deputy attorney general who hired Mueller for the special counsel role, said last week under oath that Mueller's going to have full independence to do what he needs to do, and that there's no evidence right now that there would be any cause to get rid of him. That sounds like confidence in Mueller, too. So Donald Trump is a little torn here between dipping his toe into some of the Republican talking points that somehow Mueller's conflicted out of this investigation, and yet his entire team around him seems to be expressing confidence in Mueller.
Yeah, because you worked at the FBI. He's suggesting these FBI agents who are investigating some very bad and conflicted people. You don't want to anger FBI agents, do you?
Anger? I worked for that guy. I'm about ready to break the table here. I served 25 years with thousands of federal officers. He's the best I ever saw. The best in terms of integrity, brains. He not only was nominated
for
a 10-year term by President Bush, he was extended by President Obama. This is a decorated Vietnam War veteran who never spoke about his service in my presence. The guy was the best I saw, and sitting from the White House, if you're in the bureau, to watch his integrity attacked is just remarkable.
And by the way, the day before he was made special counsel, apparently he was interviewed for the FBI job.
But I think it's a measure of Mueller's integrity that he's not going to read those tweets and say, oh, I'm going to indict him as a result. No, I mean, I think he is, that's why I think ultimately they're not going to matter very much, those tweets, because Mueller is going to do the investigation he's going to do, and Donald Trump's going to criticize him or not criticize him, but it's going to be the facts and the law, not, you know, the atmospherics.
And Mueller, when he served as the FBI director for 10 years, he got extended for 2 more unanimously, confirmed by the U.S. Senate. Some more tweets, Rebecca, from the president today. Now he's going after Hillary Clinton once again. I'll read a couple more. Why is it that Hillary Clinton's family and Dems dealing with Russia are not looked at, but my non-dealings are? Then he tweeted, Crooked H, referring to Hillary Clinton, destroyed phones with hammer, bleached emails, had husband meet with AG, Attorney General, days before she was cleared, and they talk about obstruction. He keeps going back to the 2016, even though we're well into 2017.
He does, and it's well documented that President Trump is sort of obsessed with the 2016 presidential election. That said, other Republicans have been invoking the 2016 election, invoking this investigation into Hillary Clinton as well, particularly when they were questioning James Comey and wanting to know why he handled that the way that he did. So this isn't just sort of angry, empty messaging from the president. There's a purpose behind this, and it's to cast doubt on the investigation into him, make it sound like it is a partisan political witch hunt, to use his terminology, and also cast doubt on the actions of Comey when he was in charge of the FBI and when he made that decision not to recommend prosecution for Hillary Clinton.
But is he undermining his own legal strategy by all these tweets?
I actually don't think so. I think he is going to be able to raise the defense that he wants if it comes to that, and he is a politician who is making political points, which he's perfectly entitled to do. And I don't think, you know, Director Mueller is going to read those tweets and say, well, I'm going to get him now. I mean, I think that he's going to lead the facts where they are, and I think the tweets are, you know, political messaging, which may or may not have any impact on politics.
Let's answer the president's question in that tweet. Why is it that Hillary Clinton's family and Dems dealing with Russia are not looked at, but my non-dealings are? Because you're the president of the United States of America, and she's not. That's why. You're the sitting president of the United States.
And
that's the answer to that question.
I'm sure she'd happily trade places.
Ever think of the irony that when Comey was leading the investigation, he told the president on 3 occasions, according to Comey, you're not under investigation. Comey is fired. There's a new chief investigator, the special counsel, Mueller, and all of a sudden, guess who's being investigated?
Well, if he'd only just accepted the answer, instead of pursuing it and then firing Mueller, he wouldn't be under investigation. Firing Comey, he wouldn't be under investigation. So go figure.
Good words. Go figure. All right, everybody stay.